Hi everybody, it's Christy. I have got a journal that I wanted to share with you. I wanted to make a journal for a trip that I have coming up with my mom and sisters, and we're going to Hawaii. And I thought, oh, I really kind of wanted to do a travel journal, and I was going to buy one, and then I thought, you know what, I want to make one. And so I made one, and I really love how it came out. And I like to make journals. I don't necessarily like to journal in them, um, which seems so strange to say, but it's so true. I enjoy the process of creating, but I don't always like the process of like actually journaling. And so, just being honest, just being honest with you, but it sounds so weird to say it that way, but it's true. And so I thought I wanted to do something that I could take. So this is absolutely, I love it. I bought where'd it go? Oh, there it goes. I'm trying to find something. My room is so small. There's no reason why I couldn't find anything. But I buy these cutter quilts from our little textile center, and they have a bunch of like textiles that people donate, and you can find, which I have found, quite a few quilts over the past few years, and you should usually get them for like $10. The most I paid was $20 for one, but this was a $10 one, and it's, not finished. It was all hand sewn. You can see how it was all hand stitched together, and it's got these really great vintage fabrics, and I really love it. So I thought I wanted to make some bags with this, but I think I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to reinforce them, because it's if you start pulling on things, because it's hand sewn, it can kind of pull a little bit, and I was wondering, a bag, it might rip. So I might try to do some panels or something, and then do some bags, and then maybe do some quilted panels, like on the front or the back of the bag. Not really sure quite yet, but anyway, that's off topic. But I used this for the cover, and I used some gingham, some pink and white gingham for the inside. But for the base, you can tell it's nice and thick. But I used the Peltex 72F, and it's this. If you look for the Peltex, 71 is single-sided adhesive. 72 is double-sided. So when Pellin says like 71 or 72, or if they do like whatever the 2 is for their fusibles, it's that there's fusible on both sides. So this is the Peltex 72F. So 72F is in Frank. And I love this. So I cut a piece. I figured out what I wanted my finished size to be, and then I cut double the width and then my height. And then I fused the quilt onto the one side, and then on the other side, I fused some pink and white gingham that I had in my stash. And I love how it came out. I was a little concerned, as for what I just mentioned, that, these joins and the seams are hand sewn, and so I didn't want it to come apart. And so I just used some decorative stitching on my sewing machine, and I did the little leaf print, and then I also did a little, I did like this little, I don't know if you can see that little hatched stitch there as well. So I just kind of ran decorative stitching along the vertical and the horizontal seams. I know this quilt, I don't know what the pattern is called, but it has these diagonal seams that run it as well, and I didn't do any stitching on the diagonal, just the horizontal and the vertical. And Then after that, I went around and I did 2 rows of top stitching. So I thought that would really secure it, and it should hold up together really nicely. But I love how it came out. I really, 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 really love it. And on the back, since my dad is sending us on this paid vacation with my mom, I wanted to take a piece of him with me. And so I made, my mom had given me a couple pairs of his jeans like a couple years ago. And so I made a hat, a sun hat for my grandson. And then I also took a pair and I cut this heart out and glued it onto a doily. And then I used this little heart decorative stitching from my sewing machine onto that. And then I glued it down, and it kind of holds the sari silk for the closure down onto the back. Plus it means something. It has meaning to me. So I love that. So that's the back. And then on the front, I just took a doily and cut it in half. And then this is an image from Ruby and Pearl XO on Etsy. And I need to glue that down right there too. And I love her images. And this is called Beach. I can tell you because I had it open here. It's called By the Sea. And so it is such a great collection. And I figured since we're going to Hawaii, that that would be really cool, you know, because it's got some really great vintage swimming images and vintage ladies at the beach, and I absolutely love that. So okay, I'm sorry guys, I was fixing that while I was talking. So I printed one of the images onto some fabric paper, and then I stitched it onto this little piece of vintage fabric. And then I had cut the doily in half, and then I have this little vintage piece of white lace there. And then I added 2 doilies and some little lace, vintage lace, and stitched some buttons on. And that is my cover. And then I just have a sari silk closure. Wishing that this was like more white, but it's okay. I'm okay with it. So on the inside, I didn't put anything in terms of like, I didn't do any decorating here. Just because I wasn't quite sure. I'm not quite sure what I want to do in the front and the back yet. So on the front and the back cover, I added these these pockets. And what I did, oh, and let me tell you, I used the Denim and Girls paper collection from Maja Designs. I've had it for a while. I just haven't used it, and I absolutely love it. And it has like the most beautiful like blues and pinks, and I thought it would just be really great. And it's totally me. So I like that. But I took some of the pattern paper. I used my We Are Memory Keepers tab punch board, and I created a left tab for this front cover. And then I created a couple hinges for the bottom so that I had a bit of room. Because what I thought was if I had any kind of like paper paraphernalia that I wanted to kind of hold on to, I thought I could just tuck it into these pockets, and that would be a good place to like store it. So that's the thought. And then I don't know, maybe I'll put some photos here, do some journaling. I'm not really sure. So I didn't want to decorate either of the pockets because I didn't really know what I wanted to do as of yet. So this first page, I had made some snippet rolls. And so this is just one of the snippets I turned into a tab. And then I've got this, just a collage. I had collaged onto some index cards a few months ago. I think we might have done those in a video. I'm not sure. But I added a little snip from the paper just to tie it together. And then this is from Ruby and Pearl XO. This is from the digital collection. And everything I used, so the images are all from the Ruby and Pearl XO by the Sea collection. My little sentiments are either from My Porch Prints, or I did use some a digital travel tag set, which I cannot Ilpo, I can't remember. I'll link to it below. But anyway, so this is from My Porch Prints. The tabs are, I die cut with a Spellbinder die, and I did use my little Heidi Swap stapler, and I did a lot of machine stitching, back things with some coffee or tea dyed paper. And this is a piece of Braille paper, and then pattern paper. This is from another paper collection. I don't remember what. Another tab. And then I have been enjoying Amy, who is Crafty Cat here on YouTube, and she I've been watching a lot of her videos recently, and she made this really cute over the page things, and then they have the little pocket inside. So I just used the pattern paper and created it, and then layered an image onto some coffee dyed paper, and then added some cheesecloth, and then another word. And you know what? These words are from someone else. One second, let me look here. Those are from Pink Monarch Prints. So these big ones are from Pink Monarch Prints. And I will link those, and I'll link them below. And then on the other side, I did the same thing. And this is from My Porch Prints, but matted the image onto coffee dyed paper, did some machine stitching, and then just grunged it up, added some ink, and then put some cheesecloth. And then it just goes over the top of your page. And then you've got the pockets inside. I didn't put anything in there because, again, I'm going to use it. So I was trying to come up with, I don't know. I would figure out how I wanted to use it when I was using it, if that makes sense. Another snippet for a tab. And I've got sheet music. And then here's another one of the images from the kit. And I just backed it onto some pattern paper and then added it for a flip. Coffee dye. These are from Sagita. Another tab. I made some faux tape. I love that. Just pattern paper. And then here is another, this is from Crafty Cat as well. And let me grab the little, here we go. So basically, you have to go check out Amy's channel, first of all. So she's like amazing. But I took a piece of paper that was 10 1/4 by 7. And then the easiest way to do it is just fold it in half and then fold each of your sides to the center, not quite touching. And then it folds like this. And then you cut one of your flaps in, and then make a little, you kind of cut out a little piece so that it folds. And then you glue down 2 sides to make a pocket. And then you glue down 2 sides to make a pocket. And then this is a flap. And it's really cool. And then you fold it and you get this. And I just use the pattern paper to make mine. Amy does some really cool ones that are all collaged, but I just did pattern paper, and then I did some book page, and then some of my faux tape. And then this is one of the images from the digital kit. And then I did a 2" by 7" just strip of vanilla cardstock and inked the edges and added a tab. And I figured, I can write on these. And then again, just a 2 by whatever fit height-wise, and just stapled some trim on it. You can journal on those, and then that flaps open and you've got a place to journal. But it's really, really fun. Love that idea. So Amy, great idea. And then I'll put that back later. Okay. And then another snippet and coffee dyed paper and another tab. I love that Spellbinder. I have a couple of their tab sets, and I absolutely love them. And so I used them quite a bit. And again, this is another Amy pocket. Yes, there's a theme. I have told you I've been watching a ton of her videos recently. So, again, I'll link below, because this is such a great idea. So here in the back, I have, just a piece of the pattern paper. I added a tab. I added the word family, and I can either add photo or journal on it. I thought like a picture here, and I could, you know, write on the back side. And then inside here, I've got another one of the images from the kit. I added a tab and stapled it there. Some machine stitching. And then I just used my little punch to make some tags to put in these pockets out of the pattern paper. And another image. I love her. She's just so cute. And another tab. And then this is a little notes stamp. I just stamped it onto some vanilla cardstock and trimmed it out and inked the edges. And again, I'll be able to just do some journaling on that. And then I know I used her here, but I used her again. And this is on when you get the Ruby and Pearl XO digital kits, she'll do like a collage of her photos. And so this is one of the smaller images collaged down, and it's really, really cute. But this is that pocket. It's 2 book pages that you kind of nest together, and then you fold each page to kind of make these this tiered pocket. And then I added vintage book pages I collaged on, and there's some piano roll paper. And then I machine stitched to close it up around 3 sides. And then I glued it down on 3 sides to create a pocket. And then I made this tag with some of the paper and then another one of the digital images and the word sunshine. And then layered together some vintage trims. And I did use my sewing machine again. And I found that little heart function and stitched 2 hearts onto that. And that's a little tag. And then it all just goes back in here, which I can... This little pocket thing is so cool. It's such a great idea. So I love it. And thought it was fun. So that goes in there. These papers are so beautiful. I absolutely love them. They're really, really pretty. My husband's like wandering, guys, so he is probably going to be popping himself in here again with the dog, so it's going to get loud. Just warning you. Yeah, so that's that page. I love this. This is some book page that I put this manuscript paper on, and I just had found it at the thrift store, and I thought that was really cool. So I added that because I wanted places to journal and to write. Again, this is another pocket, and you fold, it's just some avocado dyed paper, and then like you fold up the one end and fold it again and fold it back on itself, and it creates this pocket. And I can't remember whose video I watched that showed this, but oh, Scrimpin' Mommy, I think. But again, another one of those notes tab. I made 3 more little tags with the notes stamp onto some vanilla cardstock, and then I just made these with it's the Paper Studios tab punch. Another image from the collection with a tab, and this is the Stampin' Up tab punch, and then another word from My Porch Prints, and she's so pretty. And then backed her on some avocado dyed paper and some machine stitching. And then this is just some collaged paper, and added a tab, and then some more pattern papers on the back side, and then it just goes in that pocket. And then this is some digital paper as well, and I don't remember from whose digital kit that came, unfortunately. And that goes there. And then this is from My Porch Prints, and again I added that manuscript paper there as well. So book page, and then this is from the paper kit I added this strip from the paper collection, and then this vintage trim I stitched down, and then I sewed around, and then this is a tuck spot. So I just figure, you know, I don't know if it's, I'm going to have pictures, or maybe I'm going to have a menu or something that I want to save. I don't know. Postcards, something. And then I've got a belly band, 2 belly bands here in the center. And then I have all of these little tags. So again, from the collection, just made a tag from the pattern paper, added a tab. And then this, I don't know, I can't remember the name of the shop that I bought these from, but I've had them because I found them on Etsy, and then I thought, those look kind of familiar. So I went on my computer and I did a search, and I found that I actually had these. So yay for not duplicating a purchase. I was very happy about that. So I backed these onto tea-dyed paper, did some machine stitching, and added a tab. And I love that. And then this is from the digital kit. And then I had just made some paper collage strips. Gosh, it's been like, I made them like quite a while ago. And so I thought, oh, these would be perfect. So I just stitched down the middle, added some lace, and then glued them down at the top, and they just add a really great little interest to the center. I thought that was kind of fun. And then another image that I backed onto pattern paper and then added a tab. So again, just great places for journaling or for adding pictures or something. I'm thinking about on these 2 pages to add the some of this paper to at least a couple of these. Originally I thought, oh, I can like put a couple photos there, but I'm really thinking I might add some of that paper at least to a couple sides. I'm thinking I'm going to do that because I think that would give me more writing space. So I don't know, we'll see. But then I added on this one a tab. Again, that Spellbinder set is so cool. Let me grab them real quick. They're right here. I could tell you the name. And I've had these for quite a while. I got them. They're Tammy Tutterow for Spellbinder. And there's tab set 1 and tab set 2. And I also have another one as well. And these are from 2015. But I bought them when they were having a big sale. Gosh, it's been quite a few years ago. But anyway, but these are really great if you can find them. I love them. But they're really cool. And then here I did this little altered glassine bag and just layered on some paper. And then again, from the Ruby and Pearl XO kit, you've got, like I said, she does those little collage sheets. And so I cut this image out, which she's so pretty. And the original one it's a bigger, you know, she's just kind of off to a side and it's a larger photo, but I really thought that was cute. I love her polka dot bikini. It's so cute. But I added some vintage lace, and then I inked around and just glued her down. And then again, I've got my faux vintage celluloid tape, which I think is cool. And then inside, I just added this white tag. I inked around the edges and stamped "Count the Happies" and put that in there. And then here's another one of those tags. And I, excuse me, I'm not used to talking very much. Okay. I used avocado dyed paper on the back, and then I think I can get rid of that now. Hopefully the light's okay. I had to turn off all my lights because it was super bright in here. So I hope that's all right. Now I think it's too much, huh? There we go. We'll see if that helps. Okay. But here's one of those tags. It's a vacation. Backed it on the avocado paper. and then have a tab, and then I did machine stitch on it. And then this is just a Tim Holtz tag, Tim Holtz paper. Doesn't really necessarily go with it, but I figured I can put like something on it, and I might even add a piece of coffee dyed paper. That might be a good idea. And then a tab. And then coffee dyed paper, and then another one of my little snippets. Pattern paper. Here's another one of those fold outs like I showed you before. Got one of the images and some more of that faux celluloid tape. And some papers, a tab, so some vintage paper, sheet music. I just took, excuse me, one of the images and inked around the edges, and I matted it onto this pattern paper, and then I scored the left side and made it so that it's a little flip, and then have the little faux tape there. And then another piece of the snippet, coffee dye paper. Again, I swear I'm not stalking Amy, but she shared, and I think she got this idea from Rachel Roxy Creations, but it's a pocket that's got this little vellum insert here, which I think is really cool. And then I just added one of the vintage images from the kit, and then enjoy the moment. And then I had made this tag, I think on a video with you guys a few months ago. And then I cut the bottom off because it was too long, and it fits perfectly in there. I like that. And then this is a vintage envelope from 1911, which I thought was really cool. And it was already open at the top, so I just glued it down on two sides to create a pocket and a tuck spot, and added a little index card that had been collaged on, and a tab, and then another one of those tags that says adventure. And then I made this 4x6 tag, and then put one of the images on it. I stitched around and added a tab, and then it just slides in there. But again, that was really fun. I love that. Some more Braille paper, and then this is the last page. Added a tab, and then there's the pocket, and that's the back again. So I really love this. I think it's like super cool. I really do like it. And but that's what I've been working on for about a week, and so I think it turned out super, super cool, and I love how it looks on the outside, and I think it'll just be so fun to take with me and to actually journal in, so that'll be really cool. So thanks guys for hanging out and looking at my journal. I will be back, and hopefully I'll have some new content, and probably do like a process video or two, doing some cards, and there's a couple things that I wanted to work on as well. So hopefully we'll just touch base, and I will, oh, there's a mosquito, and I will look forward to talking with you soon. Take care. Bye.